It's Nik and Adinah, and we are coming together today for a quick video. In this one, you guys know we talked about dating. We talk about dating your spouse a whole lot.
Gotta keep dating.
And we just wanted to talk a little bit about what we've done lately for dating and keeping things fresh and exciting. And so, how are you?
I got a question.
Can you say hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, all right, so this is my question. For those of you who don't know when we're recording this, this is October 2020.
Yeah.
So as you talk about dating and things like that, it's a little different.
A little different.
A little different than days gone by. So I just wanted to add that context just as far as what we're going to speak on and how we're going to speak on it.
Okay. So this Thursday, I think we like to do weekday dates or daytime dates, which we've done in the past, and we talked about that. That's usually your favorite.
Dates.
Yeah, that's your favorite. But this Thursday, we finally got a babysitter over and went out for the first time in 7 months.
Thank you, Meemaw.
And it was really a good time. I didn't even take my phone. I was just like, I ran out the door. I probably was ready to start walking when she agreed to come over. I was like, let me just start walking right now. I'm so excited just to get out.
Yeah, and when I say Meemaw is my mother-in-law, Dina's mom. So that's why I'm saying thank you, Meemaw. We had talked about it, and as much as we enjoy spending time at home and doing stuff, it just have a little bit of a different feel when you're able to actually get out the house. Yeah. And we were talking the last time we had gone out
was Valentine's Day. Yeah, 7 months.
Nearly 7 months. So we were happy to go, but it was also difficult saying that, man, it had been that long. And it wasn't because we didn't want to get out.
No. But we've done some very creative things here at home.
We have. And we're going to have to still continue to do those things.
Yeah, and we'll talk about those. We are really big into comedy shows. Mm-hmm. And so one thing that we've done lately is on YouTube on Tuesday nights, they have Comics Uncensored. And so Elle is the host of that one. Yeah. And so it's so much fun. She's an amazing host. And it's very interactive, so she's usually shouting you out, and so you'll hear our name on there quite a bit. I know the first time we did that, we ended up coming to our date night spot, getting wings and French fries, and we made it a full date. It was so much fun. Mm-hmm. And so we don't quite get to do the wings and make it a full date, but we do try to tune in every week because it's a really good show. She has different comedians on there. And so that's one thing that we've done to try to keep date night going, as well as, just watch movies or watch different shows together and once the kids are asleep. So we just try to keep date night fun. And the funny thing about it was we have comedy is our thing. Yeah. I remember about 15 years ago, we went to a comedy show, and you may or may not remember this. I'm sure you'll remember it, though. We went to a comedy show in L.A., and it was like on a Wednesday, and one of my favorite comedians was there. I remember that. It was so... Well, and when I go to a comedy show, I have a really good time. I do cat calls. I really just get into it. So this particular comedian was one of my favorite comedians at the time. His name is Donovan. Yeah. And this was like 15 years ago in LA. And when he came in, he was like, I thought it was more people in here because it was a really thin crowd, but I'm usually having a good time. And I think he wanted to make me the show, but you gave him this look like...
we weren't having that.
We're not doing that. And I could tell because he looked at me and he tried to make me the show, or he was getting ready to, and then he looked at this guy and he was like, not gonna do that. He just went on with his other comedy and his other jokes. And I looked at Nick and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's just like sitting there like, we ain't gonna do that. So it was so funny. And
so I'm game for a joke. I just can't beat a joke.
Yeah.
Or you can't beat a joke. So
yeah. And then I know when we went to a comedy show, also Aisha Taylor.
Yeah, she was good.
She was pretty good. And it was so funny because I was right up front during that comedy show. And I'm doing my cat calls. And she looked right at me and she was like, thank you, mama. So that was so much fun. But I want to tell you, too, real quick, I went to a comedy show right before this pandemic happened. A girlfriend of mine invited me out on a Thursday night. And that was here in our town. And that comedy show, OMG, it was so much fun. It was so funny because I just really have a good time with the comedy shows. And this particular comedian, she took off her wig, she handed it to me, tried to make me a part of the show too. And I was just like...
I wasn't there to protect you at that particular
But it was fine. It was fine. I mean, it was just like, she was like, take it. And I'm like, okay, girl, I got you. I got your wig. Why are you on stage without your wig right now, honey? But that was kind of a take on, you remember not Adele Givens, what was the one that took her wig off back in the Comic View days?
I know. I remember the bit, but I don't remember the comedian.
Yeah. So it was one of those. And so that was so much fun. And then recently, about a year ago, we went to a comedy show here in town, and Takara was on there. Takara Williams, and I got into that one too, got outside, talked to her for a minute. And I usually don't, when I see celebrities or people, I just kind of say, hey, and I don't really say anything to them. But with her, I went out and talked to her, and she got me into this show that she was on, What the Funny? I think that was the name of the show, but she came up second runner-up. She almost won. So just to let you guys know, we just... we're having a great time now with the Comics Uncensored. That's a really good show. We encourage you guys to take a listen and, get into it. Have fun. Make date night very creative now because it is unsafe to leave the house right now, seems like. It's scary.
One thing I would like to say is that even though we did finally venture off, we still, made it be very, it was very important for us to remain safe.
Yeah, it was outside.
So, we made sure that we were masked up. There, we weren't eating, we were masked up, and we also asked for a table outside. We didn't want to eat inside, so we did that. So it's just, still being mindful of what we're doing. If it was anything else, we would have, I can't tell you the number of dates or dates we would have gone on if it wasn't for everything that's going on. But, you have to be just safe, and you have to be around. You have to be around to make it out to be able to go back to what you used to be able to do. So we really want to do that. And I think just one thing, just kind of underline what we're talking about here before we wrap up. You make mention of how much we like comedy shows and things like that. That's because the importance of humor in your relationship, and I think that's probably a whole video in itself. But I think that's just kind of one of the pieces that we still try to we do still leverage within our relationship, is just that comedy component as far as humor and things like that, because you can't take life too seriously. So,
you really can't. You have to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, you have to laugh. I'm not saying that life is a joke, but you can't take it too seriously. So that's it. Is that what we got, Sugar?
Well, let me just ask you. I'm going to put you on the spot.
All right. I just want y'all to know for context. Typically, whenever she says she wants to put me on the spot, it's literally on the spot. I don't know. At some point, since she sat in the chair, she thought about putting me on the spot. So, all right.
Well, I just wanted to know, when we went out last week, how was it for you?
I mean, first of all, I enjoy not being around these kids
24/7. I know.
That's literally the first break we really had from around the kids in almost 7 months.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was just thankful to be able to just go out and do something with you, because I mean, those are things that we value and we look forward to it, and we really don't have the chance to do what we typically do.
Right.
So I was just happy to be able to kind of go out and just date, which was really fun. So I was happy about that. I don't know when the next time we'll be able to do it, but I'm definitely thankful that we were able to do it.
Yeah. So, and I think it's just important for us to just continue to be creative and do stuff at the house like we have done for our whole marriage, even before we had kids. And, it gets a little difficult, with the kids being here 24/7 and not really getting that break away. And that gets difficult, which, I mean, we really try. We let them veg out and do their own thing for a little bit. But then other times it's like, okay, you have to get certain things done.
I agree. So it's that the house has not only been the house, it's been the schoolhouse and everything else over these last few months. So it was just really good to just be able to get out. And that's even why we bought the RV that we put out, just to kind of, just change stuff up.
Yeah, so, change scenery. So that's important. So I didn't put you on the spot too bad.
Nah, you've definitely done worse. you have definitely put me in a worse spot. So that was it. That was a softball as far as I'm concerned. So you can keep those coming all day.
So share, subscribe. Is that everything?
Yep, that's everything.
All right. Till next time.
All right. This is Nik Johnson and my beautiful wife Adinah Johnson. Take care of yourself. Keep loving one another. Take care.